University students receive an email that another attack occurred on campus. Find out what happened over this past weekend.
And the city of Fayetteville will be slowing their roll on residential roads.
I don't think it'll be that effective.
Find out how speed affects residential areas.
Arkansas suffers from one of the nation's largest gender pay gaps. Find out how women-owned businesses like the ones behind me have been affected. UATV starts right now.
Welcome back to UATV. I'm Yael Evan.
And I'm Madeline Dunn. Thank you for joining us. Students received an email last night regarding an alleged rape on campus. The email states a student was raped after being pulled off the sidewalk between Lot 50 and North Garland Avenue last Thursday night. The student says the subject was wearing a dark hoodie and dark colored pants. Contact UAPD if you have any further information. And UAPD also requests assistance in identifying a person of interest regarding an attack on a student on Old Main Lawn. This attack occurred back in August. UAPD released this photograph to help with the investigation. Police say they continue to look at the suspect as a person of interest for both attacks.
UAPD provides safety tips for students on their website. Tips include locking car doors every time you get in and out of your vehicle. Walk with a friend or a group of people while walking across campus. Use well-lit paths and safe ride during the night. You can find the number for UAPD on their student ID.
And Arkansas joined 10 other states on Monday in a lawsuit to stop federal funding of abortions. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services repealed the 2019 ruling providing federal grant money to Planned Parenthood services. The lawsuit stands against the Biden administration Title X funds.
A city ordinance looks to lower speed limits in residential areas goes into effect Saturday. The ordinance states all residential areas will go from 25 to 20 miles per hour. The amendment aims to help with pedestrian safety and community-wide concern. One local resident voices her opinion on the change.
I don't think it'll be that effective because people kind of speed and they go the speed that they want. So I think the only effect is going to be that people get worse speeding tickets because they're going faster or more over the speed limit now.
Fayetteville police will give a 30-day grace period before issuing tickets and citations.
The second phase of improving Zion Road began yesterday morning. Residents will need to take a detour due to the construction by Old Missouri Road. This new phase includes roadway widening and installing a storm drain and sanitary sewer. The second phase will continue until the end of the year.
The Fayetteville Board of Education voted to amend Policy 1.19 beginning mid-November. This means the school policy strongly recommends masks or face coverings, but will remove the mask requirement. This policy becomes effective November 15th for grades 7 through 12. Parents in attendance at the school board meeting voiced their opinion about the change.
What part of what you are doing is illegal is so confusing to you people. I am sick and tired of having to come up here to tell you what my rights are and the rights of my children.
This policy remains in place as long as the district community stays below 30 cases per 10,000.
The Pat Walker Health Center now allows COVID-19 booster shots for U of A employees. The center offers the Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson vaccines. The CDC announced that eligible individuals can pick up any COVID-19 vaccine they want to receive with mix and match dosing now allowed. Employees who want to receive a booster shot must schedule an appointment online.
ASG will sponsor a Pfizer-Moderna COVID-19 vaccine clinic on Thursday. The clinic runs from 11 until 2 in the afternoon. Anyone needing their booster shot or their first or second dose can receive their shot in the Arkansas Union Connections Lounge. No appointments needed for the vaccine and it's free of charge.
All Tyson Food employees must now show proof of vaccination if they wish to remain employed. Starting on Monday, workers needed to show proof of their vaccination or face unpaid leave or termination. As of last Friday, Tyson claims over 96% of employees received their shot. Tyson says if employees choose to leave and come back vaccinated, they will welcome you back with open arms.
This past week, the Theater Squared updated its latest entry policy. As of November 1st, individuals no longer need to show proof of a vaccine card or a negative COVID test. Theater Squared officials revised this policy due to the decline of Washington County's COVID-19 cases. The theater will continue to require masks until further notice. Across the country, women make less than their male counterparts for the same job. Due to the discrepancy, here in Arkansas, women effectively got their last paycheck at the beginning of October. UATV's Carson Can joins us live with more on how the pay gap affects women-owned businesses in NWA.
Arkansas ranks 31st in the nation when it comes to the gender pay gap. Women in Northwest Arkansas have taken that problem into their own hands. Vania Greco is the founder and CEO of the Little Candle of NWA.
I have a storefront, and we do, we pour out the candles in store, and we do a lot of wholesale accounts and sell direct to customers. So, it was just honestly a hobby that just took a life on its own, but it's a good thing.
Greco says that women in the workforce must be aware of their boundaries when it comes to what they will accept.
And also know your limit. I think it's something that I had to learn, know your limit and know your boundaries.
Across the country, women make an average of 18% less than their male counterpart. Due to the gender pay gap, women in each state will essentially work an entire month for free compared to the salaries of men doing the same job. According to the U.S. Department of Labor, women make about 82 cents onto the man's dollar. Now here in Arkansas, the average annual income for a man is about $45,000, while for women, it is just a little over $35,000. That makes a 21% difference between the annual earnings of men and women. Sarah Alter, the president and CEO of the Network of Executive Women, says that the reason the pay gap exists is because people have tried to fix it the wrong way.
So the problem is, and why we haven't seen the progress that we need, is that it's always been an exercise of, I just need to fix the female leader.
Alter says that it's going to take education and action for growth in the workplace.
And you can't just do a 30-minute video and say, oh, voila, I'm an enlightened ally. This is something that you have to work on. It's changing your attitudes, it's changing your behaviors, it's changing your actions.
Arkansas, COVID-19 has been another factor in the growing gender pay. According to the Center for American Progress, women lost about 5.4 million jobs during the pandemic, which is about 1 million more than men. Now, while this problem is still growing, there's always time for growth within the workplace. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Carson Can.
Local events hosted the Network of Executive Women can be found on the UATV website.
Facebook announced a name change last week. The name change aims to reflect the growth of the company beyond social media. This comes after Facebook received national criticism regarding illegal monopolization and other issues. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg released a video explaining the name change.
It is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta.
Zuckerberg added that the Metaverse project begins to lay the groundwork for the next generation of technology. One journalism professor receives a prestigious award.
It means a lot to me personally.
Find out who he gives his thanks to coming up on UATV.
One form of investing increases in popularity. Coming up, I'll show you what digital assets people are trading. UATV will be back.
Welcome back. A recent survey shows 13% of Americans traded cryptocurrency this past year. While more investors look to put their finances into an alternative asset, confusion about it still remains. UATV's Heath Anderson joins us live to explain the currency people are buying into.
Yeah, guys, one reason why investors are drawn to crypto is because it is a decentralized form of currency, unlike the US dollar, so it does not have one entity backing it up, which makes it less likely to fail. Take a look at some of the people that are investing into this.
Explosive overnight growth.
Paul Sherrod is a newlywed, avid violin player, and crypto investor who owns several shares of what are known as digital coins.
Bitcoin, a lot of people have heard of. Ethereum, have that. Have Litecoin, and then I also have some other ones.
The crypto market stays volatile, meaning the potential for a coin to increase or decrease drastically in value remains likely.
If you just have like $100, you just turn it into like 10,000 or something like that.
But with assets like Bitcoin being digital, many wonder if they are even putting their money into something real.
Buying and selling crypto is just like trading in the conventional stock market.
When your money stays in the market, it's not usable. It's not until you actually trade and then sell your stock for you to actually make any money. You gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
Sherrod isn't the only bullish one. Young professional Chandler Abbott likes the trends he sees when it comes to financial institutions' attitudes towards crypto.
So it's to their advantage that, if they want to implement something to be innovative to make money, they can do that, but it also needs to be trustworthy.
Sherrod still looks for stability in his investments, even if his crypto profits hit big overnight.
I'm hoping to hit the jackpot on some of those and just have good long-term safe investments with Bitcoin and some of the other major cryptos.
Making so much money off it.
And everyday people are able to trade on computers like the ones behind me, or even on apps. Different brokers have different apps that you can trade crypto on. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Heath Anderson.
Experts predict the popularity of cryptocurrency trading to increase in the coming years.
The Sam M. Walton College of Business selected 4 of its members to the Arkansas Business Hall of Fame. Peggy Clark, Tom Faust, George Gleason, and Ginger Graham will all receive recognition for their work. Tickets cost $150 per person for anyone attending the black tie event. The induction ceremony will take place in Little Rock on February 11th.
A professor from the U of A School of Journalism Department wins an Emmy for his directing skills. Larry Foley directed his 80-minute documentary, Indians, Outlaws, Marshals, and the Hanging Judge. His film covers topics like gun violence and Native American rights during the earlier days in Fort Smith. Foley says the award means more than personal success.
Also a team win. You don't do these things by yourself. The actors and all those who participated, it was a big deal.
Professor Foley owns 8 Emmy Awards already, but feels proud of his first directing award. You can watch his film on DVD from the University of Arkansas Press.
Not sure what to do with your old pumpkins? Stay tuned to find an eco-friendly way to dispose them.
And e-scooters surpassed 2 years on campus. What the U of A has learned about coming up next on UATV. If any residents of Fayetteville kept their leftover pumpkins from this past weekend, the city wants them. Anyone can drop off their old pumpkins at any of the 4 of the city's food waste drop-off sites. City officials wish to transform these old pumpkins into a nutrient-rich compost. Each location will include a green waste cart outside to drop them into.
Day of the Dead ends today, and one program helped celebrate the lives of those lost. University programs gave out skulls and pastries at the Ann Kitchell Gallery in the Union. The program worked in collaboration with the altar and the Union flag room out by student and family programs. Pat Walker Health Center introduces Spanish yoga. The yoga instructor will lead with Spanish every Thursday morning at 10. Pat Walker offers free sessions to students of all yoga experience. This Thursday, the Pat Walker Movement Center will host their first class. Make sure to bring a mask and your own yoga mat to participate.
Last week marks 2 years since e-scooters first arrived on campus. The university only allows VO and spin e-scooters at this time. During the 2021 fall semester, statistics say U of A riders use the e-scooters close to 2,500 times per day. So far, 6 total accidents occurred in the past 3 months, resulting in multiple injuries.
Razorback men's basketball prepares for its season opener. See how the team closed out the preseason.
And a legendary career comes to an end. Find out what Coach Harder says about the big news next on UATV.
Welcome back to UATV Sports. I'm Autumn Klein with your Tuesday night sports update. After 32 seasons, Arkansas women's cross country and track head coach announces his retirement. Lance Harder announced that today he will be retiring in June of 2023 following the NCAA Track and Field Championships. In his career, he has won 6 NCAA championships and 42 conference championships. To top it all off, Harder was inducted into the Arkansas Sports Hall of Fame earlier this year. Associate head coach Chris Johnson will be taking over in his place, though he is no stranger to the role. He is currently on his 11th season with Arkansas and has a number of accolades, including 3 National Assistant Coach of the Year honors. Harder says he has full faith that Johnson will be the perfect fit to fill his shoes.
I feel truly honored that we're able to put this whole thing together where our successor is going to, and the program is going to be in great hands.
Johnson says Harder has set the bar high, but he is very excited for this opportunity and believes he can withhold Harder's legacy. The Razorback men's basketball team provided a promising preview for the upcoming season. In their final exhibition game, the Razorbacks defeated North Texas 68-60 Saturday afternoon in Bud Walton Arena. The Hogs tipped things off with the starting lineup of Devontae Davis, J.D. Note, Jackson Robinson, Adiz Toney, and Stanley Amude. Note played a big role in the team's victory with 21 points in the game. Before he could do that, however, North Texas briefly led 13-12 early in the competition, but Arkansas quickly came back, scoring 42 points just in the first half. With both exhibition games under the team's belt, head coach Eric Musselman has big plans for the team this season.
Games that we can be a team that can go on a 15-1 run or an 18-0 or 18-4. Like we have that ability in a short stretch.
The Razorbacks played their first game of the season against Mercer on Tuesday, November 9th. In other basketball news, the women's basketball team brings back an event for the first time since 2020. Mermaid Seafood Restaurant in Fayetteville will be hosting 4 Lunch and Hoops luncheon events with team head coach Mike Neighbors. Neighbors and the team encourage fans to come to the restaurant to discuss the upcoming season. The luncheon dates are November 9th, December 14th, January 25th, and February 22nd. Doors for the events open at 11:30 with lunch beginning at noon. Tickets can be purchased online through the official Arkansas Razorbacks website. And that's all I have for UATV Sports tonight. We'll be back with more after the break.
Make sure to grab your raincoat and rain boots. The rain will continue into tomorrow.
Students can expect a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. The high reaches 46 with a low of 32.
And that's all the time we have for UATV. Make sure to follow us on our social media at UATV News. I'm Madeline Dunn.
And I'm Yael Evan. Have a great night.